It's your boy, the one, Joey V.
This is Boss Dog Cigars.
This is Quentin Moore chilling in the Cigar Lounge. Have a drink with your boys and tune in. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to the Cigar Lounge podcast. It's me, your local hero, here with my co-host.
B1, a.k.a. the author. Bring your problems to me.
Leave that shit over there. My other co-host.
It's Ken, bro. You know what it is. They forced me to come on the camera again. So, how you guys doing today?
Fuck you. And our special guest.
Stick God travels, cigars and travels. What it do?
There you go, baby. So, let me ask you this question. You know what? We never asked you this question. What got you in the cigar?
So, during my upbringing, my grandfather, my uncle, a lot of them, they used to smoke pipes around me. And it was crazy because it actually happened for me a little bit different than it happened for other people. A lot of people don't pick up like flavor notes and stuff until later on. For me, I walked into a cake shop one day. So in this cake shop, I picked up this particular vanilla smell that I used to smell from my grandfather's pipe out of the icing they was making. And I guess this was their special ingredient or whatever, because every cake in there smelled like it. So that kind of sweet smell put me towards like, well, damn, I wonder if I try one of these, you know what I mean? Can I get that same taste up out of it? Shit, Dad started and embarked on a beautiful journey. So that was probably a little over 10 years ago. So yeah, it came from that, man, and just, it grew when the camaraderie and sitting down, talking to people and the people that I would meet, and actually being able to have those moments with my grandfather before he passed was real special. So I'm glad I got into it.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely the people around me, man. And like I said, the notes came first, and that's weird because they usually don't happen like that.
Yeah, duh. All right, so what got you in that cigar reviewing?
Cigar reviewing, for me, I like educating people on cigars. And I used to always talk my wife's head off about it. Every time I would learn something, hey, this Habano rapper, this Cameroon rapper says. So she told me, she said, since you like talking about this so much, why don't you sit in front of the camera and do it? I said, no, I don't really want to do that. That ain't my thing. Started smoking alone a lot. And once I started doing that more, I was like, shit, why not? Let's get in front of the camera. So the educational aspect, the theory of it is what I like, is what I pride on. I like giving people the theory behind it. We all know they taste good, those that like them, but where did it come from? What you smoking? What's it about? Who rolled it? What was the process? Those type of things interest me. And I like to give that education to people.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Now, in the review game, there's a few of us in there. It's not we're not big in that, right?
Right.
So do you find it difficult to kind of break, or is it a steady growth for you? Like, what do you think about it?
As of now, it's been sort of trending upward, which is a good thing. But the fact that I do it from an enjoyment standpoint and not necessarily from a monetary standpoint, and it's something that I enjoy doing, it's not really kind of a break into the game type thing. It's, I put it out there, and if you enjoy it, you know what I mean? Shoot me a like, subscribe, whatever. The main thing is to get the education out of it. So far as breaking into the game, I guess I don't really look at it from that aspect. I look at it as a point of just sitting my book in the library, so to speak.
So I got a question. So since you get so much into the cigars, like you said, the educational part about it, what do you think is like one of the most overlooked things when choosing a cigar, or like one of the best things about a cigar?
I think that well, of course that depends on the person, but when you just really talk about overlook, I think size. I think a lot of people, don't understand the history beside that. Like these 6x60s and things that we smoking now, this was not necessarily the initial size of cigars. They always used to be the Panatella larger size, 43 ring gauge. That was how they smoked them back in the days. And I think when people go in to grab a cigar, a lot of times when you leave out of a lounge or you leave, you hanging around, you'll see a cigar this size still sitting in the ashtray. Because a lot of people don't know that knowledge to connect, how long it's going to take me to smoke this cigar. Am I going to be able to enjoy that much smoke building out? So, yeah, I think size is the most overlooked aspect of cigars. Because usually when you look at the taste aspect, 9 times out of 10, you kind of know the profile from something you had before, or somebody's kind of led you in that direction. So yeah, I would say it would have to be the most overlooked aspect.
Yeah, I learned that early on, picking
Yeah.
what size due to the amount of time you got to smoke it. Because one thing I'm not trying to do is just have a cigar sitting in my car. So when I'm out, I always think about the size. Like, is it small enough for me to smoke in between stores while I'm, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But if I'm at the house, then I might get some of the bigger ring gauges. I'm chilling. I'm at the house.
I'm gonna let you live. That was a plausible moment.
What are you talking about, sir?
You said you always think about time.
I do.
And you don't want to get your good shit either, man. And then
Yeah.
run out of time smoking on a good ass cigar. Some shit you done got off into, and then next thing you got to put it down because you got to run somewhere. That's the worst shit.
Tell me
I think
about
the
it.
worst shit for me is when you smoking and that bitch start tunneling, or you get that little redness. That should be annoying. Or when you driving and that wind hit it and the fucking start breaking up. Tragic.
No doubt.
Especially
So do you think, another thing that I think people have misconceptions about, do you think price dictates quality or how good a stick is?
Not at all. Not at all. Price point to me is strictly business. And I think it's a lot of, greed and other things wrapped around that because, it's a lot of overpriced sticks out here. Price point does not dictate quality at all. I've had some $7 cigars that will knock $40 and $50 cigars off the shelf. But people ain't gonna look at it because they gotta reach a little bit further down the shelf to get it. And it ain't got the prettiest wrappers on them and all that. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think a lot of people are getting away with that in the game, honestly.
It's a doggone crime. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite pairing with cigars?
Say again?
What's your favorite pairing with cigars?
Man, I've been on the Cabo de Oro. The Cabo de Oro tequila is number one right now, but just as far as my go-to, Macallan 12. Macallan 12 will always be the go-to. I don't care what cigar I'm smoking. I can always pour me up a nice Macallan 12 and be good. So yeah, that's my favorite pair, Macallan 12.
That's what's up.
Good choice.
All right, so
now go ahead.
Good.
What you about to say, stick up?
Well, going back to kind of linking back around to how I got into the cigars. In 2017, I took a trip out to DR. And that was my first time ever getting to see the actual farms, the aging rooms, the whole process from seed to table. And, that was an experience for me. I went to a boutique there that had their own farms and everything. And they had, what was it? The Cristobal Colon, I think, was their line. And that gave me a different appreciation. And that's what got me into the theory side of it and made me start taking them real serious. it made me understand the education and the hard work that went behind it, and why some of them are as good as they are.
Okay.
Okay, I figured it out. The echo's gone. Okay, I figured it out. All right.
What was it?
Now I could concentrate. It was open in 2 windows now because that was fucking me up because I'm hearing me and then I'm hearing me again and it fucked me up. Anyway, all right. So sorry about that.
You already fucked up.
Fuck you. We'll get into the interview now because I was like, damn, this shit, God's yo, this is fucking me up. So anyway, so now that I fixed that, what do you like? What do you look for in a cigar? You're going through the shop. You've never had a cigar before. Let's just say you don't have any suggestions. You just like, I want to try something new. What would attract you to a cigar?
If I'm walking in and I'm blind, I don't know anything, I would have to say presentation is key. So the wrapper would probably be the first thing. If I was just somebody that was just on the outside looking in and didn't know nothing, trying to get into it brand new, definitely the presentation is going to be key. So after that, I would probably, because I'm not knowing and I don't know anything, I would probably look at the wrapper, and I'm probably going to think that the darker wrapper is stronger, which is, the current misconception of a lot of people. So I would probably end up looking for a lighter wrapper. But yeah, definitely the presentation. That's what I'm gonna look for, going in as a newbie.
Okay.
All right.
So what is? Hold on. Break this out. All right. So who right now? Because I know you've tried a lot of cigars. We've all tried a lot of cigars, but who right now is on your radar? Like who you think is like a cigar company that everybody should know about? A brand, I should say, that everybody should know about.
I would have to say, in the boutique world, So Divine Leaf. The OG cigars are some great blends. All of them that I smoke have got me to the level. And dudes putting out, good product, man. I hadn't smoked any of them that was bad. Manifest is another one. Briscoe and Thomas, 2 guys out of Atlanta here. They started their company in 2021. Very, very underrated.
Okay.
So yeah, those would be those 2. And big brands, well, man, they are what they are, right? So I say, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely OG, So Divine Leaf, and Manifest. That's 2 to look out for right now. Definitely.
That's what's up. So, we already know you into cigars because we talking cigars right now, and so you got this travels in your name, right? So that means you do a lot of traveling, right?
Yes, sir.
So my question to you: what has been your best scenery that you smoked in so far?
I would definitely say the best scenery that I smoked in was Riviera Maya, Mexico. It's a spot that I was in. It's in between Playa del Carmen, and in between Cancun. It's a little spot that they got right there. It's kind of like a cenote, but it's not. So it's almost like a lagoon area, but it opens up to the beach. And I was riding by there one morning and I saw it peeking through the woods. And I told the cab driver I was headed to Cancun. I was like, yo, what is that over there? Pull over. He was like, no, we can't pull over. We got Jaguars and shit over there. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, no, that area good. I'm in over here. And I'm like, he throwed me at that point. He said Jaguars. I ain't used to no shit like that. But we ended up going over there, right? And I had a cigar there, man. I had just got some hand rolls from a local shop there, and it was so fucking peaceful, man. Like one of the most peaceful scenes that I've ever seen. And the water, as far as the beach part of it, was waist level all the way out, as far as you could see. So like I could have went into the water, you know. But yeah, I would have to say, yeah, that was probably the most beautiful. You know, you ever seen something that it just looked like somebody drew it, but you standing there in it? It's like you want to reach out and touch a tree because you like, man, this shit gotta be fake. That type deal. So yeah, that little lagoon right there. Yeah, that's probably one of the nicest spots I smoked, man. And that was in Mexico.
Okay, that sounds nice. I actually was picturing it as you was describing it.
Yeah. So I would have to say, so off of that question, now you saying that was one of the nicest spots you've been to. What would you say is one of the most underrated places you've been to? Like a place that people might not even look twice at.
I would say the Flint River down in my hometown. Nobody would ever think about that. Down where I'm from Albany, Georgia, about two hours south of here where I'm at now in Atlanta. And a big river comes through the middle of town and splits it. And right where it splits at, you got like a park, you got a civic center, you got HBCU over there, Albany State. But when you go down a little further, you got this train trestle that goes over the river. And you got like a little let out spot where you can fish at. And it's almost like how you see the koi fishing, you know, when you go out and they come up to the top, you know, it's not koi fish, but you can see like little brims and stuff like that coming up to the top of the river and stuff. That's one of the most underrated spots to me. And I smoke there almost every time I go home. Because, you know, that's a peaceful spot. And of course, nobody would think about it because you also have two bridges that go over the river, one going east, one going west, and it's constant traffic all the time. So nobody's thinking about under the bridge, you know, unless you're fishing. So, yeah, and it's a pretty big river, too. Nice scenic spot.
Nice.
Man, I thought you were about to ask the worst place he smoked. I was about to say probably like the south side of Chicago. Anyway,
I got some of them, too, now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Southside. I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all know how I feel about y'all.
All right. So what's your worst spot then, since we here already?
Outside of a hospital. Stressing like a motherfucker. Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Probably smoking them things.
Like, yeah.
If you're probably smoking those things like cigarettes.
Shit.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But I can't think of a destination though that I could just say was just the worst spot though. Cause I never really just it never really just happened like that. You know what I mean? I always seeked out the spots that, you know, that I smoked in. So I never really just had like a terrible spot. But I have been in some terrible situations.
Okay, so since you say, you know, spots that you seeked out, which one of the spots that you were seeking out was the least impressive? It was kind of underwhelming. Like it didn't meet like the reason why you were searching that spot out.
I would have to say I went to Freeport in the Bahamas, and I don't know if they took us to just the fucked up part of the island or what, but it was just like, you know, the water was rough. You couldn't swim in the shit. They had signs out there talking about, sharks and shit here, no swimming. You know, you had drinks. They was fixing drinks and used cups and shit. And, you know, it's a bunch of drunks and shit hanging around, throwing, you know what I mean? It was fucked up. And I seeked that out, though, because when I looked at the pictures, they ain't show all that. They just showed this one particular shot of the beach. And I felt like, okay, this is out the way. It's not like Nassau, so it's not going to have a lot of traffic. But I can still get that, you know, Bahama essence, get me some good seafood and all that shit, and enjoy that smoke. Man, that was crazy, man. I felt like I was smoking on the side of a liquor store. That's just crazy.
So what's one of the best cigar lounges you've been in?
I would have to say Humidor, man. Humidor here
Mhm.
in Atlanta. I guess the reason I say that is because not because I'm biased, but this particular spot in Atlanta, it's always got great food, always got a great vibe, and the company's great, the owner's great, great sticks, and it's hard to get all that in one when you go to a lounge. It's hard to get all that in one anyway. You're always gonna have something missing, but it just seems like when I go to that spot, it always fits the moment. Fellowship is good too. Cam's got a spot down in Atlanta.
Mhm.
It can get a little crowded in there, but that's a good spot too. But I can go to Humidor after work, after church, when I want to go out. You know what I mean? It don't matter the occasion. Like you can just pull up there and just be you. And you're always gonna meet somebody there and have a good conversation, which is the most important part of a lounge to me. Being able to go in there and just sit down and kick it with like-minded people. The crowd, a lot of these lounges, people put them fedoras and them sundresses on, you can't tell them nothing. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Yeah.
hey, you talking to me? Yeah, see, I don't like that type of vibe. Nothing against the people in fedoras and sundresses. I love y'all. I wear fedoras too.
Well, I get you.
In the word,
Yeah.
in the words of MJ, get the stick out your ass.
Yeah. Some people that's they one. That's they one time they finna go out and show out. We want no conversation with you, peasant. Nah, we ain't doing that. I like vibes, man.
It's your peasant.
You know how it is. You know how it is, man.
You get your fucking peasant
like,
clothes
man.
away from me.
Yeah.
And your
Hey,
peasant
bro, I just saw
sticks.
you in the grocery store the other day. What the fuck going on?
You was just really in the grocery store because I was
Yeah,
slumming.
you were cool in the grocery store.
I was slumming it to try to blend in. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
You know what? I do that to me. I look if I walk into a lounge, it's always gonna it's always gonna be that cliquish atmosphere. But if I walk in and it's thick, like I can really feel it, I turn back around. Or I get my fix and leave. Like it ain't a place I want to be. Like if I walk in and the first thing they do is this, nobody say hey enough. They just no, it's time for me to go. I'm taking this shit to go.
Yeah.
And you just already on sticks. I'm only getting one stick now. I was about to get a couple of them. I'm getting one now. I'm getting one because I walked in here. Like that shit crazy.
The lounge should be like Cheers, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody know your name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The lounge should be like Cheers, only with black people, because with no black people on Cheers, goddamn well we were drinking in the 80s. Y'all know we were drinking in the 80s. I ain't seen one motherfucking black person in that bar.
Yeah, we was drinking in the 80s.
I ain't seen one black person put a fucking OE or something on that bitch. I don't care if it was stereotype. I needed to see a black person drinking with them on Cheers.
Yeah.
Yo, they cut that scene. They cut the scene out because as they walked into the bar, it was some of us out there with brown paper bags. Hey, how you doing, man? They drank and then they went into the bar and the TV show started.
I'm not fucking with you, man.
Cameras.
I ain't fucking with you. No, but for real though. I think like the cigar lounge should be like the place where you go to chill and relax and everything, which is gonna lead me into this question. And let me say my statement, and then I'm gonna lead you into this question. You should be able to chill, relax, talk to the homies and everything. I like a nice, I understand if you get loud because of different conversations. The one thing I do not like, and this could be just me, maybe it's just me getting old, I don't fucking know. I just don't like club night at the cigar lounge. I didn't come to cigar lounge to dance or make it a club. You know what I'm saying? I came there to smoke, chill out, and have conversations. If I want that atmosphere, I could have went to the club. Now, what do you think about that when they had those the live DJs and the club atmospheres?
Yeah, I'm not with that. That one thing that I've noticed, especially in my area, a lot of lounges are starting to incorporate hookahs and stuff now.
Yeah, I see it too.
And I'm not necessarily in agreement with that because I'm kind of like, now you're bringing a different element in.
Two different
What I
crowds.
mean? You bringing a different crowd in, and it's not that I don't want to be around that crowd. It's just that you're taking away of what this whole thing is about.
Mhm.
You're taking away from the cigar culture. You're taking away from the cigar element. The whole thing is, people used to get mad. You smoke a flavored cigar or something like that right there in the lounge. Now you tell me they want to smell hookah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did we go left at? And this shit been like this over the last couple of years. And then all of a sudden, you go from the lounge. Now you got a $2 Tuesday, a wacky Wednesday, a fuck it Friday, and it's like
Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, man.
I don't mind Thursday though. Yo, give me that discount on that drink. The rest of that shit though.
Yeah, and I get it. A lot of that I would say is partly our fault too for not supporting these brick and mortar shops, because had they had the support in the backing and getting the money that they need, they wouldn't feel the need to incorporate stuff like that. Because I feel like it's just a money grab. That's all it is. I really feel like it's a money grab.
I don't disagree with that.
Right? They trying to generate revenue so that they can keep their doors open. So when they do stuff like that, people come out and they pay for it.
I'm not going to allow y'all to besmirch the name of the brick and mortar. I will not allow that. I will not allow that.
But see what happens is,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say with some of them I could see that, but some of them is just fucking greed. Honestly, some of them they just see an opportunity. Some of you walk into these lounges before the fucking cigars was overpriced, and then they like, it's hookah night tonight, and you already got these high ass cigars, and you got an older crowd sitting there. Then you invite like you said, it's two different worlds,
different crowd
coming together that don't necessarily like. I ain't saying nothing gonna happen. I'm just saying I don't want to sit down and how can I say this without getting canceled? I don't want to sit down with no dumbass kids. Fuck it, cancel me. I don't want to sit down. I don't give a fuck about none of your music. I don't give a fuck about your fashion. I don't give a fuck about most of the shit that you're talking about. And that's me being polite and saying that. I don't care about most of that. I'm there having the time trying to talk. Now I understand we all trying to have a good time talking with our buddies. But you know damn well when you invite hookah, you invite one loud ass female. It's gonna happen.
Go ahead. What you saying?
I was gonna say that comes with it. I've never been to a hookah place. Well, I only been to one hookah place because I have a penis. But in that one hookah place, I shit you not, it was one female there, and she was, don't get me wrong, she was dressed nicely, nice dress, nice heels, everything looked nice. But dude, she was just getting fucking loud and belligerent. Like, I was like, bro, I'm finna go. I didn't want to come here to begin with, but I definitely ain't sitting here with this goof.
I think. Go ahead, Kimbro.
I was just gonna ask. So when it comes to the music, is it the music or is it the loudness of the music?
Loudness for me.
No, I love the music. It's not even the music aspect of it. I like going to a cigar lounge where they pull a DJ out every now and then, or we got live music or live jazz. I just think that it's a different element. You know what I mean? And I it's like there's so many hookah lounges that there's no need to mix it. When a person does that, it's just a money grab.
Yeah, without the hookah, just the DJ and the party scene. So, like sometimes, you come in, like I come in my garage, I listen to music while I smoke, but at a certain level.
At a level, yeah.
And, and it's still like the same vibe, it's just music back there. You still got talking or whatever. So like if you're at the lounge, right, they bring in a live DJ. And the live DJ just added to what's already going on and not bringing like extra stuff. So say like, if the DJ just comes in the same crowd was still talking and he in the background playing music, doing his thing, catching you off guard, you bob a little bit, versus bringing a DJ in and having a whole nightclub party scene come in. It pretty much without the hookah, just extra people that's not normally be there. They probably loud, drinks all over the place. That's why I was asking, like, is it the loudness of the music or is it just the music in general because of everything else that comes with it?
I think not only is it the loudness of the music, but they have to have a good PA system. Because I went to one lounge, dude, they system sucked. Like it was fucking, and you could hear the distortion coming through whenever the bass hit. It was terrible. But not just that. When you do, and this is again, if they trying to make money, trying to make money. But I don't go to my lounge on Fridays because I know if I go on Fridays, first of all, the parking lot is packed full of people who don't go there. Then people who don't smoke are standing in front of the humidor while I'm trying to get in there. They stand outside the door when I'm trying to get in there. I get in the humidor, get my stuff, I'm trying to go out. They standing in front of registers just talking, and I'm like, yo, excuse me. It's just, like you said, it's just elements of shit that I don't want to be a part of, so I just go home.
Yeah. So what you're saying is it basically just becomes more of a hassle.
Yeah.
Because now you're bringing in people who aren't even there to smoke. They just at a club.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I don't think anything is going to happen. I just want to chill out. And if I can't do that, if you got all these people dancing and bumping into shit, I much rather just get my cigars and go home.
Yeah, and I think off of what you're saying, it's hard to explain that to a non-cigar smoker.
Mm-hmm.
If they look at a flyer and see party, they don't give a damn if it's on the rooftop, in the cigar bar, in somebody's backyard. If they party goers, they just party goers. They don't give a damn about you smoking your cigar. So when you're looking at it from a cigar smoker's point of view, we feel kind of like, well, I know at least I do, I feel like there's places for things. And I feel like, okay, if I want to go to a party, I can go to a party. If I want to go to a hookah lounge, I can go to a hookah lounge. But when I go to a cigar bar, that's not what I'm looking for. I went to a cigar bar because I wanted to go to a cigar bar. If I, and that's kind of how I look at it. I feel like it's separated in that sense. But when you start to blend everything, then now I'm looking for another cigar bar.
Mm-hmm. And it's like if we go into a bar, and this has happened to me. If we go into a bar, and they could be smoking cigarettes, but let you pull out a cigar. Oh no, we don't do that in here. No. That's kind of how it feels like you're invading their space, even though it's a bar and they smoking. That's kind of how I feel like in my city. Like you're invading my little fortress of solitude right here. And it got nothing to do with men and women. I think about men the same way. If you don't smoke, why the fuck are you here? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I was at Caesar's Palace in Vegas and they did me like that. I was on the blackjack table, everybody smoking their cigarettes, brought them ashtrays and everything. And when I pulled out a cigar, oh no, you can't smoke that here. And I'm like, but I was just over here on the slot machine smoking. Like, why can't I smoke? Oh, we can't have cigars at the table. I'm just like, yo, are you serious right now? And it's weird. It's weird, man.
Which now that really sounds weird to me, because me personally, if I think of gambling in Vegas and smoking, a cigar would be the first thing that would pop into my head, not a cigarette.
Exactly.
So like that's just weird to me.
And especially when you got a cigar bar in the casino.
That makes no sense at all.
It made no sense.
Yeah, because I'm used sense. Yeah, because in my head it's like you got the guys with the cigars, betting crazy. The only people smoking cigarettes is the females with the long ass little thing, cigarette at the end and shit.
Yeah, with the cigarette stick still in their ear. Yeah,
with the glove on their hand, they got the gloves on. Darling, I must have another martini, darling.
I ain't gonna lie, it threw me off completely. I wasn't even thinking along the lines of hearing nothing like that. I don't know if they were trying to direct attention to the cigar bar to get people to go in there and smoke, But at the tables, now it was just at the tables. It wasn't at, the slots, anywhere else in there, you was good. But at the tables, it was like,
So,
nah.
so how big was the cigar bar?
Man, it wasn't very big. The size of a small restaurant. It was the Monte Cristo Lounge inside of there. What they call it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Because my thinking is like, if that's the case, why not have some tables like by the cigar bar or in the cigar bar or whatever the case?
Yeah,
that way,
if you
that way you can have that. You can have that separation.
Well, see,
you can have the people.
Well, that's the thing that you can gamble. It's gambling in the cigar bar, so they do have tables in there. And I think as far as of course, as long as you're gambling, if you go in there and sit down to the bar, they got like the video poker and all that in the bar, and then you can get like of course you're gonna get free drinks and all that while you're sitting there. So they do have gambling tables in there. It's small, so once that gets full, you're not left.
You got to move around.
But you should have you would think that they would have just a straight, okay, this part right here is the smoking section. If you're punk ass smoking cigarettes, we don't give a fuck. You're gonna smell these cigars. This is that section. Right here by the Monte Cristo. That's what we're gonna have. This whole third is just for smoking. Which it really don't matter. If you smoke in a casino, goddammit, it's gonna go the smoke gonna travel. So I don't even understand
it's going And I don't know if it was every casino, but I know that one. Yeah, they was like, yo.
Or just put a fucking better ventilation system in the motherfucker.
I know the one in what's that one in Baltimore? I think it's Harris. Is it Harris? Or no, Horseshoe. Horseshoe used to have it where you was able to smoke out there on the tables and everything. And they got a cigar lounge. Then all of a sudden they was like, well, now you got a dedicated area to smoke at. You can't smoke on the floor no more. And I'm like, why the fuck? Then why is it a cigar lounge here?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, all right.
Right.
So
yeah, it's weird, man.
It really, I find it stupid. Oh, we need to make a casino for cigar smokers, man. We're gonna make a casino, a strip club.
Gotta make sure you gotta have hotel room because some people want to smoke in their hot tub room.
Yeah. We gotta do the hotel, the casino, the strip club, and the restaurant, all one building.
Yeah. But as you know, we can't do it in Illinois because it's either one or the other up here in Illinois.
No. We're gonna do it someplace popular like Vegas. Besides, I would never put nothing in Illinois. I'll put it in Chicago. Come on.
All right, so I got a question. So you travel a lot, state guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Tampa?
I have not been to Tampa, but the crazy part about it is I used to live in Hollywood, Florida when I was younger. So I wasn't far from there, but Tampa is on my radar.
Mine too.
I know that's the cigar mecca, and that is one of the spots that's on my radar this coming up year, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. If they get their shit straight, I want to go down to Heritage Week if them punk motherfuckers get this shit together.
Yeah, because my mother-in-law stay down there in Tampa.
And he said that his wife down there for Thanksgiving so he could party.
Yeah. Most of the time when I go down there, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I got family down there, so it's it's right by Miami, so there's really no need to go to Tampa. But I want to make a trip especially for cigar footage and content, and hit that Grand Cathedral down there and a couple more spots.
I'll go to that museum too, but definitely again Grand Cathedral.
Yeah.
Y'all been down there?
I ain't been down there yet. I gotta go.
No.
We have not. I have not been out there. Maybe 2025. I'll get out there.
The Key West. I went right past it, but I haven't been down there. Like I said, they get my shit together. I might do it for Heritage Fest.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Florida, just not there. I've been out to Orlando. I've been out to Daytona Beach.
I remember
been out to the Everglades. Stuff like that.
I mean, you got banned from Orlando, didn't you?
Look, I tell you what, that dolphin had it coming.
Oh
You beat up
shit!
Dolphins. You beat up Dolphins in
No,
Orlando.
he got hungry, turned it into a sandwich. Look, so uh,
Was it?
That's some
Did you
strong
slice it?
motherfuckers, man.
Did you
Dolphins.
slice it like a deli, or did you just put chunks on the bread?
Oh no, just chunks, man. You got to keep it fresh.
you know,
Okay.
I mean, so yeah, you got Tampa, but Miami. Now, like I said, I went to Key West. I probably stopped in Miami for a little bit, but Miami is very popular with the cigars. So is Key West, though. I think Florida in America is just a hot spot for cigars.
Yeah.
There's a
that's
lot of great
kinda
smoke cities, but that's the state.
But see, I feel like that might be the case for Florida because that's where a lot of the retirees go. And I mean, you got, I'll say, yeah, it's generally always nice out there. And you got a lot of the older folks out there that have smoked cigars their whole life. So why wouldn't you have them? And they spread throughout the whole city. So, throughout the whole state. So it's not even like you can just say, oh, well, it's this one spot where all the old people are. Nah, they literally took over the whole damn state.
Yeah.
So, they giving them what they want.
And I think Tampa too should be a good trip for every cigar smoker. Because it's a lot of history down there too.
Yeah.
A lot of history, a lot of education down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
That's the mecca right now.
You ever think about doing your show on the road, or have you done it on the road?
I mean, I've done a few videos. I got one actually coming up next week that I did in Mexico at the La Casa de Habano over there. I did a walk through there, and I had a couple of scenes in DR. Shit, I ended up losing the damn SD card on that. But recently, the last year and a half, I hadn't done much traveling because I just had two sons. I got a 1-year-old and an 8-month-old, so I've been kind of just chilling.
You've been kind of busy. What the fuck? Get off of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was chilling. It might have had something like Netflix in the beginning of it.
Yeah, so that kind of sidelined me for a little while from the traveling side of it. So I've been more heavy into the review side of it, but I plan on kicking it back up next year.
I mean, I'm saying Ken Bro started to do it too. But it's nothing like going someplace and then hitting their lounge, and just sometimes the hospitality, like when you come in, hey, I never saw you before. Yeah, I'm here, visiting on vacation, whatever. Where you from? I'm from blah blah blah. Oh, okay. And you had a conversation, and I guess I always enjoy going to cigar lounges when I go out of town, out of state, out of town, wherever.
Yeah. I try to collect their matches too, especially if they got their own custom-made matches.
I thought it was just me. I do too. I thought it was just a me thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something.
Now, a couple years.
I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something.
A couple years ago, I did get to go to the Corona Cigar Factory down there in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I hit that one.
No.
That was a nice experience. I was down there visiting some family, and that shit's up nice.
I had some of these cigars. His badass love them motherfuckers. He get them 2 boxes at a time, so he gave me one. I just never went down there to see it.
Yeah, they got a nice setup down there. No doubt.
So, have you ever thought about doing your own cigar brand?
Absolutely. I do see myself producing a cigar in the future. Yep. It's funny because at first, I was like, nah, because I never wanted to do anything that was going to be put into, I gotta make this amount off of this or that off of this, but I think it would be healthy for the culture and for my mental as well to put a cigar out there. Mm-hmm. Because, as I get deeper into learning about blends and learning about different cigars, it's just, I start to get those question marks in my mind. What if I put this with that? What if I put this with that? Ain't nobody ever used that tobacco. It's just so many ways you can go. It's kind of like recipes, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, then I'm like, shit, why not? Why not? Why not put one out there? Yeah. So definitely in the future.
I think that'd be dope. I mean, because we got a lot of, and again, we got a lot of African Americans popping up with cigar brands and accessories and surprise. There's a lot of black owned lounges popping up as well.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my short term goals. That's what I want to do. I want to open another lounge here. I want to open one out here closer to me. Actually, in a couple locations around here. So yeah, lounge. That's a little bit big on my radar than actually putting a cigar out. I've been thinking about that and kind of working on that and building a playbook on that for a while now.
That's what I would like to do. That's what we talk about a lot. Doing the lounge.
I want to do like a combo lounge / studio. You come on to the lounge. Like kind of like set up like Club Shay Shay. Like kind of like Club Shay Shay.
And then you go out and you got your creative space with it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. Like when you got different rooms in there, you know, you can kind of have a place where you dip off, do your podcast, have a place you enjoy. You know, you want to keep inventory, keep stock or whatever. Have a place for that. Yeah. Yeah, kind of along those same lines. Like I said, I'm building a playbook for that right now, talking with some people and everything. So yeah, that's a more immediate goal for me.
I'll say I would love to start one in college towns all over America because
I would love for you to set the
cigar smoking is actually starting to really get big amongst college students now.
Now hold on, B1. Let me ask you this because this is just me asking. I honestly don't know because you said that, but like a lot. You're right. You know what? You're right. Now I think about it. You are right. You're all right. When you think about it, a lot of the frat dudes get their people into it who might not supposed to. You're right. I get you. I'm gonna ask you think it'll pick up, but if you put a bar in it, it'll definitely pick up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, because you got to think these college kids like out here. So you know, I'm in Lawrence. Out here, every day of the week, these kids are out here drinking at the bar, and you see more and more of them every day with cigars in their mouth.
Really?
So, like they starting to smoke more and more, and then like I said, you know, you mixing that with the alcohol, so you know, with the bars. I think if you really put a decent one together, it'll do major business.
Absolutely, I can see that. Put like a study space in there for them to come study and stuff.
Yep,
I can see that.
I mean, definitely. I don't know about all the other college towns, but I know here, like I said, they are out every single night. I'm talking about it's not a single night they not out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you know, yeah. Then I thought about it. Yeah, that might work. That might work. That might work. Plus, you got to. I mean, so here's the thing. If you was to, let's say you get the lounge going, are you gonna put it in Atlanta, outside Atlanta? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
The first one will be here. Yeah, the first one will be here, and actually the first two will be here. One spot up on Lake Edenton I'm already looking at, but the first two will be here, and then from that point, I can see myself off the strength of those expanding into other states. And that would kind of tie into creating like a chain effect with it to kind of tie in with the travel aspect of what I do as well.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
So I would want one in Chicago. Well, no, I wouldn't. I want one in the Chicago area. Taxes are just too fucking crazy to do anything in Chicago. I imagine Atlanta taxes is probably better, but yeah. If you ever get up in that area, you definitely put something.
Not by much.
Not by much.
Not by much.
I mean, shit.
More people, more taxes.
I would never put nothing in New York, and I'll never put it in Cali. Taxes is just fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Those taxes over there in the Cali and the Vegas area.
But it's gonna come into effect soon. They capped it in Vegas. So Vegas at first was high as fuck. Now they capped it at 50 cents on the dollar. So now they can't fucking go. Because at first I think it was like, the fuck was it, 65, 70%?
Something like that.
Yeah, so they capped it at 50 cents on the dollar now. So the price of cigars is gonna fall. Hobo was talking about he bought a fucking nasty fritters and he paid 20 bucks. He said the acid was 20 after taxes. He said he paid $22 for nasty fritters.
No, he said that's how much they was charging.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
say
said,
charging.
yeah, that's how much they were charging. He said, shit, for that price, I might as well go buy cigars. I can't get back at home.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Yeah, if I wish I would pay $20 for a fucking acid.
Yeah, that's crazy for an acid. That's real crazy.
Especially for that
But
size, that size though, too.
Yeah. I smoke outside the lounge. I open up my own shop with him doing smoke outside that bitch. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I go, man. It's a lot of places like I wouldn't like I would love if they tax wouldn't so much. I would love to do our event in Buffalo. Buffalo cigars is fucking beautiful. Then you go up see Niagara Falls or some shit, you can chill out, but the fucking taxes is fucking crazy. Like I'd love to do something in San Diego, but again, them California taxes is fucking crazy. Shit, you might as well what they charge up there, you do better smoking heroin. But anyway.
I feel you want to be able to go to these places, and support, and it's crazy when they impose those kind of taxes. It's almost like a war on cigars, man.
Yeah.
And, I don't quite understand that. Like, there's so much shit out here you can impose war on. Why cigars?
And you heard
that had to be a motherfucker that just really didn't have nothing else better to think of, but he just woke up and hated the fucking world that day. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe somebody ran over somebody's cat or something while smoking a cigar. I don't know.
I mean, but you got to think when you do that with all you heard. Not only is you hurting the business because that business. Like if I'm in New York City, I'm not buying a cigar in New York. I'm going to Jersey or PA. Quick drive. So you're hurting that business. That business employ people. You got to start laying people off if they're not doing good. You got to lay people off and try to keep that business afloat. So now you're affecting 2 families, maybe 3 families. And then eventually the business closed and y'all like, there's no help you're going to provide for them. You're just going to sit there and say, this is the taxes. This $5 cigar is now $10 cigar, now $10. This $10 cigar is now fucking $17. This 20 is now that's crazy. Don't you get enough tax? New York has the highest population in America. You get enough tax off sales tax, off regular fucking state tax, off the fucking the fucking toll roads. Like you get all that money. Liquor.
Yeah, that's it.
Why do you feel like you have to overtax on the cigar side? That's killed because the liquor ain't that expensive. The fucking cigars though is crazy. All right, so both of them have negative effects. So why would you choose one over the other? Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
because liquor, tends to divide sometimes. It start fights and all different type of shit. Cigars bring people too close together, and you can't have that shit. We not that much different. We should get we can't have that.
Right.
We gotta keep that divide right there.
Mm-hmm. It's the one equalizer in the room, that can bring different colors together, to bring different races, different religions, different creeds. A cigar can mend a lot of shit, man. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, what's your real aim with boosting these taxes like this? Cigars is mental health for a lot of people. A lot of people don't do drugs. A lot of people don't drink. I know people that just smoke cigars. That's all they do.
Yeah. When you said mental health, that reminded me of the clip of Steve Harvey. And he was sitting back and he was smoking a cigar and they asked him why he smoked a cigar. He said, as hard as I work and all the shit I take care of, this is the one thing I get for me. And if you take my cigar from me, ain't no telling how I'm going to be. So just let me smoke my cigar. and relax. It's not word for word. I'm paraphrasing right here, but you get the gist of what he,
yoga.
Yep. And he was sitting outside of whatever establishment, kind of sitting on like what looks to be some like a short patio or whatever. And he was standing there with his phone in his hand. He had his cigar, and they just rolled up on him. He was chilling, enjoying his cigar.
Yeah.
He's like, if you take this from me,
like we know as regular people smoking cigars, like of a non-fucking cigar smoker. Now, if you know, let me preface this. If you don't smoke cigars, you ask me questions about cigars and shit, that's cool. If you don't smoke cigars and you're interrupting me smoking a cigar and you're not asking me shit that's teaching you or I give a fuck about, that becomes a problem. Like, get the fuck away from me. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Same thing I tell these kids, get the fuck away from me. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Like, that's annoying.
I mean, that's that time of peace. It's your time to relax, reflect, and just, like you said, enjoy yourself. That's your calm.
That's it, man. That's it.
That fire detector ain't your calm, though. Put a goddamn battery in it. Now, you know
And I told you, it's a carbon monoxide detector.
Still screaming for a battery.
You about to die.
No, that's not why it's stupid.
But you know what though? You know what really calms me down and it really helps? And this is the main reason I smoke in my car. If you ever sat through DC traffic, these motherfuckers can't drive. A cigar keeps me from running through the back of somebody's fucking pickup truck. I'm telling you. A cigar after it relaxes me after work and it keeps me calm through traffic.
Feel you on that, bro. We got the highest insurance rates in the nation.
This shit crazy.
Off one city. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Damn.
Feel you on that. But yeah, man, I mean that I think that, nobody's taking that into account. These people that are, doing these attacks on the cigar industry and all that. And then you don't even have credible clause behind what you're doing. Like it's not no evidence of, hey, this is knocking people off the map, or none of that. It's just, we need to run the price up on that. It's just like, why?
I mean, one of the lawyers caught the federal government lying, like just straight up lying on one of the facts that they was using to try to when they was going through that whole like raising the tax on them. They like told an outright bald faced straight up lie. And it kills me because they don't, it's one thing if you say, okay, premium cigars do this, but they group premium cigars with everything else. Motherfuckers ain't buying Swishers to smoke. They not buying White Owls to smoke. They're buying them to break down. Those are breakdown cigars. They're not buying them to smoke. But because they need that argument, now you want to lump them two in. I ain't never went to a lounge. There was a kid out there standing out there like, hey man, my girl really love acid. Yo, if you give me, help me with this acid, man. Here, go buy acid for me. I can score. No kid is ever. I saw it in the liquor store though. I see the liquor store all the time, but you never walked outside a cigar lounge and saw a kid saying, hey man, could you buy me a cigar? Never happened.
Yeah.
I've been to multiple cigar lounges in multiple cities, and I haven't even saw a kid interested in walking into one of them motherfuckers. So like, now you grouping shit together to try to make your argument, and it's a flat out lie.
Yeah, because
and it's making it easier to get, the shit that's really causing the harm. Like it's crazy. Like I remember during the pandemic, they made it to where you could pull up to a restaurant and get alcohol to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so you telling me that it's okay to drink and drive now? Because that's what's about to happen. Stuff like that. And I'm like, so, it was okay to make stuff like that okay, but you want to attack cigar smokers. I don't get the logic behind it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, and that's another thing, too, that we have to do our part on as far as, supporting these areas, supporting these brick and mortars, even giving back, things like that. You know what I mean? Putting our efforts in to make sure that things are seen in a good light.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, a book can look however you want to look if you don't ever open it. You know what I mean? You just look at the cover all day. But you're not gonna know what's inside of it until you open it up.
Exactly.
So I totally agree with you.
That's where we come in at.
Yeah, so not just for cigar smokers, but for us as Black people too. I think it's very important that you control and write your own narrative. because nobody's going to do your story justice if it isn't you.
Right.
No matter how good intention they could be, they're not going to let Spike Lee write and direct a movie about the Holocaust. They're not going to let Tyler Perry write and direct the movie talking about fucking Scotland when they had their fucking conflict with the UK. They're not gonna do that. But yet we will let you choose what music we listen to on the radio. We'll let you write movies about slavery. We'll let you fucking write movies about our heroes. We'll let you do all this stuff. We'll get on your podcast and fucking incriminate ourselves. We will do all that. They would never return that favor. So I think we have to start controlling our own narrative. Period. We got to start controlling our own narrative, and we got to start dealing with each other when it comes to situations like this. But because we can do it. We see this on the cigar side all the time. Like on the cigar side, shit, we signing petitions. We out there talking to people. We moving, we shaking. We should be able to do that in everything. But like you said, cigar. If you don't smoke cigars, then I don't know what the fuck you're looking at this for. But the cigar is that common denominator, man. It brings us back. We need to find something like that in everyday life. I think we need to find something that brings people together. I don't know what the hell it is outside of the cigar, but we got to find something.
Yeah.
Outside of, cigars and strip clubs. But anyway, I digress. We got to find something though, man. Because they're trying to, even with the commercials, they were trying to do that with the cigars. They're trying to create this, like I said, they're trying to create this illusion that these kids, you could leave a fucking cigar in your ashtray, lit, and walk. You could go the fuck to the store. Them kids will not touch that fucking thing. Ugh. That shit smell. Ugh, that smells terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's because you're taking potential Newport buyers. You gotta get more Newport buyers.
That's the importance of the education of the cigar as well, man, and what goes on with these hand rolled premium cigars, because a lot of those people that are trying to push those laws and get them passed, they don't have the educational background behind the cigar, and they can't differentiate what this machine did versus what came out of this field. To them, it's all the same thing, and they like, well, they gonna smoke it and such. Nah, it's an art to this shit over here on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand that art, then you shouldn't be able to pass laws on it. You ain't went through no kind of educational course to understand, what's going on over here. You ain't sat down and tried to understand. You're just taking your position over here with what's popular. And I think that's a lot of it. People a lot of the importance behind the education factor of it, man. What it does for people and what the people. Not to mention also the people that this employs, man. The same thing. Like you said, it trickles all the way down to the fields. You got rollers and stuff out there that ain't making the money we making over here. They feed their family off of that.
Yeah. And, they make them laws and stuff because they don't got no stock in the cigars. They got stock in Newport. Y'all killing our bottom line.
True.
Steady luring people to buy cigars where I'm not making money at. Get over and get these camels and bitches and bits in the hedges.
It's rare, and I want to say this, it's rare. Fuck you, B1. But it's rare that somebody smokes, and I'm saying this because I'm about to say this. It's rare that people smoke. People do it. I don't see a lot of them, but people do it when they smoke cigarettes and cigars. Like a lot of cigar smokers I talk to, me personally too, I hate the smell of cigarettes. I could tolerate it, but I hate the smell of cigarettes. And if you put a cigarette out in my fucking cigar ashtray, I'm gonna make you pick it up with your fucking tongue. That's my trigger. It triggers me.
You don't want to look at my ashtray right now.
It does, dude. I know who's doing that too. I know who's doing that. I ain't even mad.
I can count on one hand. I can count on one hand how many people I know that smoke both.
Yeah.
That's rare.
That shit. Is it just me though? I think that's a trigger for me. If I'm sitting there and I look at my ashtray and you got all these beautiful corpses of cigars, and I see this motherfucking cigarette butt, this little white bitch hanging out with the brown people. Dude, I'll be like, it bugs me. I'm like, yo, could you please get your fucking cigarette butt out of my fucking ashtray, please? Like,
Excuse me, you forgot something.
Now, see, that's why I put them out in two separate places.
no, still fuck you though.
Hey, look, I need something to relieve the stress at work, and obviously, I can't smoke a whole cigar in 15 minutes. So
That's where you get some cigarillos. Get you a 10 of cigarillos.
Yeah. Or get your bro to give you or.
You know that spot I was telling y'all about in the Dominican with them La Cristobal colognes? That was actually the first thing that I bought out of there was a pack of cigarillos. And that was some good ass tobacco. That's what led me to go back and get the bigger sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Them quick smoke.
Yeah. And that's what I bought them for. That I was doing a lot of clubbing at that time, and I was just like, I need something I can smoke real quick, jump out the way.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But gentlemen, it has been fun. We're gonna get up on out of here, y'all. I'm so glad I cleared up that echo. Was fucking with me. Before we leave though, Stick God, tell them where they can find you at.
Yo, Stick God Travels at Stick God Travels on IG, on YouTube, Stick God Travels, Cigars and Travel Reviews, and on TikTok, Stick God Travels on all platforms. No doubt.
You might catch him in a couple of our lives, so make sure y'all pop in. He everywhere. Y'all ain't never there. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Nah, I'm good today. Migraine killing me.
All right. Well, stop being a bitch.
Well, I'll say this, man. Look, peace and blessings to everybody. And treat people how you want to be treated, man. Simple as that. That's the most golden rule in life. Treat people how you want to be treated. Shit happens. Ain't nothing we can do with that. But it's how you come through it and how you deal with it. That's what's going to put you on top of your game and keep you there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And all I got to say is calm down, sit back, and have a cigar.
Is that going to be your new catchphrase?
Maybe.
Well, it's always on your local hero reminding you to blow your smoke like a goddamn gentleman and gentlewoman. We out.